When I looked at all my subscriptions, I couldn't believe how many I was paying for and not using. Streaming services, apps, memberships, it adds up. That's why I use and recommend Rocket Money. It's a personal finance app that finds and cancels unwanted subscriptions, tracks your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. The best part? You can cancel subscriptions right inside the app with just a few taps. No awkward phone calls or hunting for passwords. With Rocket Money, all your accounts are in one dashboard. Your checking, savings, loans, and investments are all there, so you can see your entire financial picture at a glance. It organizes every transaction automatically, sets budgets, sends real-time alerts for big charges, and gives you easy-to-read reports. I keep a close eye on all my finances, and Rocket Money gives me an even smarter view. Let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. Join at rocketmoney.com/Kim. That's rocketmoney.com/Kim. Go now. rocketmoney.com/Kim. Hi, Kim Komando here. Well, first up, we have your digital life hack. And after that, I'm going to play a call for my weekend national radio show. You don't have to wait for Prime Day to get great deals. I'll let you in on a secret. There are 2 hidden sections on Amazon where the sales never end. I'm Kim Komando for NordProtect. Identity theft strikes every 5 seconds. NordProtect monitors your credit and the dark web 24/7. Get 66% off at nordprotect.com/Kim. If you don't mind buying secondhand, check out Amazon Resale. Low prices on video games, cameras, computers, and more. You're buying used or refurbished stuff, but here's the silver lining. You're buying directly from Amazon, so every item is inspected to make sure it's working, and you do get a return policy. Most of the stuff on there is from folks who got something, didn't like it, and sent it back. That's amazon.com/resale. Now overstock. That's the stuff just sitting on Amazon shelves. Head to Amazon Outlet for computers, TVs, vacuums, none of it used, just overstocked. That's amazon.com/outlet. Now more than ever, you need to be tech ahead, or else you will be left tech behind. That's why you need my free 5-star rated newsletter at getkim.com. Next up, a call for my weekend show, The Kim Komando Show. Enjoy! Let's be honest, our personal info is everywhere. Creeps and data brokers are out there scooping up birthdays, social security numbers, political views, medical conditions, you name it. It's not even shocking anymore. But that doesn't mean you have to put up with it. Incogni is my secret weapon when it comes to online privacy. They do the hard work of getting your personal data removed from people's search sites and those shady data brokers. And now they've stepped it up. Incogni's new unlimited plan gives you the power to submit links to specific websites where your info is exposed. Their team works to get it taken down. Real humans, real results. It's not just about privacy, it's about peace of mind. You'll notice fewer spam calls, fewer creepy emails, and way more control over your digital life. Head to privacykim.com right now to lock in 60% off with my exclusive deal. That's privacykim.com. Take your privacy back starting today. You'll be so glad that you did. I am privacykim.com for 60% off with Incogni.
The world moves fast. Your workday, even faster. Pitching products, drafting reports, analyzing data. Microsoft 365 Copilot is your AI assistant for work. Built into Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and other Microsoft 365 apps you use. Helping you quickly write, analyze, create, and summarize. So you can cut through clutter and clear a path to your best work. Learn more at Microsoft.com/M365 Copilot.
Debbie in Fort Myers, Florida. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Kim. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
Okay, so on Sunday, I listened to your show, and I heard a gentleman talk about his very senior parents. They're 92, 90, and he was wanting to find a way for them to have access to apps that could entertain them as well as allow him to see if anything medically was going wrong, if they fell or anything like that. And so you gave him you gave him 2 options. First an iPad and then an Echo Sound. Or Echo Show, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
And, okay, so I immediately went out thinking, oh, this sounds perfect, because my husband is 68 but very ill and not able to do a lot of things. And I thought this could be a good thing for him and for me, except I realized that after researching it, it's not a mobile device, meaning you've got to put it, it's got to be someplace, sit on a counter or sit someplace.
Yeah, the Echo Show does. Yes, you're correct.
Yeah. So, should I go back to looking at an iPad, or is there something else?
Well, tell me about your husband. I mean, he's relatively young at 68. I mean, can he use an iPad?
He's never used one before. He knows how to use a telephone. So I would be teaching him how to use an iPad, but he is ill and
Tell me about his health issues. Tell me about his health issues.
Okay.
Any dementia, anything like that?
No.
Okay.
No, not that at all. Just very ill and not a great prognosis. But for whatever it is, I mean, somebody can't be with him 24/7, and he can't just watch TV 24/7. He's got, he used to he likes to travel. He liked to, play blackjack or, gamble a little bit, do things that just would be stimulating for him. He watches cooking shows because he loves restaurants and likes to go out to eat. So we do all of this on TV, but after a while, it's extremely boring.
For sure.
And it's definitely not, it doesn't motivate him. It doesn't motivate me to sit with him doing this. So
are you afraid of him on an iPad falling for any type of scams? Or you don't think he wouldn't do that?
I don't think he would do that.
Okay.
I just think it would be what's the right piece of equipment, and I'll teach him, and I'll do the monitoring.
Okay. All right.
Extent.
Okay. So you know what? You want to buy him the biggest iPad you can afford. Okay.
Right.
And make sure you have an iPhone, right?
Right. Correct.
Okay. So that this way you can FaceTime and monitor, and you can share his Apple ID, so you know exactly what's going on. Buy it at the Apple Store. Okay. I don't want you to go buy it. I don't want you to buy it on Amazon, or I want you to go to the Apple Store. Okay.
Right.
And then here's the reason why is that they have classes. Because you said you teach him how to do it. Get him out of the house. Let him go to an Apple Store where there are 5 or 6 folks his age. Because they have classes, iPads for seniors. They do.
Oh, that's great.
Okay. And so he can sit around the table. He can go through his class. He can learn what he needs to learn. And then, you might want to go too. Because this way you learn, right? You can look over his shoulder.
Right. Correct.
And then, and then that'll give him a bridge to the outside world. And then you also have a way for family members and friends to contact him, send him pictures, remind him how much he's loved, right?
Right.
And he can play blackjack. He can do the games, and just monitor the games. Explain to him about in-app purchases. Because a lot of people get sucked into that, it's only $50 a month. Well, then that turns into a couple of hundred, or whatever it may be. And, if he had any other hobbies, if he's into flying or ham radio or whatever that may be, is that there are also apps that can facilitate that. So to get the brain stimulated, right? To have him do something other than just watching TV when you're like, oh my gosh, we can't do this all day. We just can't.
Exactly. Exactly.
So go down to your local Apple store. That's, go to the Apple store and just, again, buy the biggest iPad that you can afford. And a nice solid case for when you guys want to go out, and, he's got a camera built in. He's got all kinds of stuff. And I don't know your husband well enough to point out the apps, but when you go to the Apple store, you can ask one of their geniuses. That's what they call them, an Apple genius. Say, this is about my husband, and what kind of apps and kind of accessories might be really cool for him to take a look at, and then sign him up for those classes. It's going to be wonderful for him, Debbie. Absolutely. And thanks for your call.
Hey, want to stay in the tech know without wasting your time? Join nearly 1 million folks who get my free newsletter, The Current, where you see the latest in tech in just 5 minutes every single day. You're just going to love it. It has a 5 out of 5 star rating over on Trustpilot. Sign up right now at getkim.com. That's getkim.com.